Leeds fans, stop scrolling right now. Elland Road's nightmare just got darker. 3 moments at the Etihad exposed everything wrong with this Leeds United side. And here's the first fact already on the table: 18th place. Daniel Farke's job hangs by a thread, 3 players got slaughtered by pundits, and 1 defensive lapse summed up the entire mess. The first payoff? That 18th place position means Leeds enter December in the relegation zone for the first time this season. If you bleed white more than you hate Manchester United, hit subscribe right now because what Chris Sutton spotted involving Pascal Struijk will make your blood boil. We start with the moment that proves Leeds have completely lost their winning mentality. Stay locked. There's a double cliffhanger at the end that involves a January decision and a rival's ruthless move. 2 goals down, 43 minutes gone. The ball sits there, waiting. And Pascal Struijk, he's in absolutely no rush. BBC Radio 5 Live caught it. Chris Sutton saw it. And it sums up everything that's broken at Leeds United right now. The player, your captain, Pascal Struijk. And here's why this microscopic moment exposes a massive problem. Struijk stood over the ball at the Etihad like Leeds were winning 2-0, not losing 2-0. No urgency, no fire, no desperation to claw back into the game. Sutton's exact words, quote, "His team are losing and yet he seems content with going in 2-0 down. Very odd." That's not analysis, that's an assassination. When your own captain accepts defeat before halftime, what message does that send to the rest of the dressing room? What does it tell Dominic Calvert-Lewin, who's fighting for every ball? What does it tell the 18,000 Leeds fans who travelled or tuned in expecting warriors? This isn't about one lapse in concentration, this is about mentality. Last season, Leeds under Marcelo Bielsa would have torn into Manchester City even at 2-0 down. They would have pressed, harassed, suffocated Pep Guardiola's side. But this was acceptance. And acceptance is how you get relegated. Struijk has been solid defensively this season, 73% aerial duels won, second highest in the squad, but his leadership is being questioned. According to sources close to the dressing room, and this is a rumour reported by Yorkshire Evening Post correspondent Joe Donoghue, some players feel Struijk's captaincy lacks the vocal intensity needed when Leeds are under siege. That's damning. When the armband doesn't inspire, the entire structure collapses. Do you think Pascal Struijk should keep the armband, or does Leeds need a captain who bleeds urgency? Drop your vote below, and if you're furious about what you just saw at the Etihad, smash that like button and let Manchester United fans know we're not accepting mediocrity. But as brutal as that moment was, the next story cuts even deeper. Because while Struijk strolled through the first half, Wilfried Gnonto made a defensive error that gifted Manchester City the fastest goal of the entire Premier League season. Accountability or chaos? Stay locked. 53 seconds. That's how long it took for Leeds United's trip to the Etihad to become a nightmare. And the man responsible, Wilfried Gnonto, the Italian winger who's supposed to be Leeds' creative spark, just handed Phil Foden the easiest goal of his career. Here's how it unfolded. Matthias Nunes floats across into the box. It's not perfect, it's hanging in the air. Foden makes his run, Erling Haaland lurks behind. And Gnonto, he leaves a window wide open. Former Crystal Palace defender Damien Delaney, speaking on Premier Sports 1, didn't hold back. Quote, "He just leaves a window of opportunity. He's got to stay with that runner. He doesn't, and he leaves a window open. If Foden didn't get it, Haaland certainly would." Foden's finish was brilliant, catching the underside of the crossbar, but it should never have happened. Gnonto is not a left back, he's a winger. His game is pace, dribbling, creating chances in the final third. But Daniel Farke's tactics asked him to track back deep, defend like a fullback, and that is where the system breaks. Gnonto has 4 goals and 3 assists this season, but his defensive workload is killing his attacking output. Last season under Farke, he played 70% of his minutes in advanced positions. This season, that number dropped to 52%. He's spending half the game chasing shadows instead of creating them. And Delaney's point exposes the bigger issue. Farke's tactics contradict themselves. Leeds sit deep without the ball, inviting pressure, but then play short passes when they win it back. That's not a game plan, that's confusion. If you've got quick wingers like Gnonto and Daniel James, why aren't they running at tired defenses? Why aren't Leeds hitting teams on the counter? According to a rumour from The Athletic's Phil Hay, some players privately questioned Farke's approach during the international break, suggesting Leeds need to be more direct to maximise their pace. That's not mutiny, that's common sense. Gnonto isn't blameless, he has to track that runner, but the system is setting him up to fail. Do you think Wilfried Gnonto is being misused by Daniel Farke's tactics? comment yes or no. And if you believe Leeds' wingers deserve more attacking freedom, hit that like button and show the board this isn't working. But the chaos didn't end there, because while Gnonto's error opened the floodgates, Lucas Perri's goalkeeping blunder in the 25th minute made Michael Dawson yell at the screen. Mistakes or mismanagement, the final piece drops now, 25th minute, corner kick. Nico Gonzalez whips it in, and Lucas Perri, he makes a mess that turned a recoverable deficit into a mountain. Josko Gvardiol taps it in from 2 yards, Manchester City 2, Leeds United 0, and Michael Dawson exploded. The Sky Sports pundit didn't just criticize Perri, he yelled his analysis. Quote, "It's terrible goalkeeping. Goalkeeper, you have to punch the ball away. He goes up with Nico O'Reilly to punch it, but he knocks it down and it gets tapped in from 2 yards out. Nowhere near it, makes a right mess of it." That's not commentary, that's a public execution. Perri has been under fire since arriving from Lyon in the summer transfer window. 27 years old, experienced in League One, brought in to stabilize Leeds' defense. But stability, this is chaos. The Brazilian went up for the punch, but got crowded out by both Manchester City and Leeds players, failed to get off the ground properly, and knocked the ball down instead of away. Gvardiol, the Croatian defender once linked with a move to Leeds, didn't even have to move. He just stuck out his right foot and scored the easiest goal of his life. Here's the contradiction that makes this even more painful. Perri's overall stats against Manchester City were his best of the season. SofaScore gave him a 7.4 rating, his highest in the Premier League. He made 6 saves, 5 of them inside the box. He completed 2 successful runouts. He had 56 touches, more than any other game this season. He kept Erling Haaland quiet for 89 minutes. And yet, one moment of poor decision-making cancelled all of that out. Former England goalkeeper Joe Hart, now a pundit, tried to defend Perri after the game, according to a rumour shared by Leeds Live reporter Barine Cross, suggesting the crowding in the box left Perri with limited options, but even Hart admitted the execution was poor. The bigger question is this: if Perri had punched that ball clear, does Leeds leave the Etihad with a point? Dominic Calvert-Lewin and Lucas Enmika dragged Leeds level at 2-2 in the second half, proving the character was there, but Phil Foden's late winner punished every early mistake. That's fine margins. That's the difference between survival and relegation. Do you think Lucas Perri has the quality to keep Leeds in the Premier League? Drop your honest answer below. And if you're tired of individual errors costing Leeds points, bash that like and let the board know changes are needed. But here's where it gets even darker, because while Leeds crumble at the Etihad, the bottom of the table is tightening like a noose. And one decision in the next 72 hours could determine whether Leeds fight or fall. The conclusion will shake you. 3 moments, 3 players, 1 crisis. Pascal Struijk strolling through danger, Wilfried Gnonto gifting the fastest goal of the season, Lucas Perri dropping a simple corner. Leeds United didn't just lose 3-2 at the Etihad. They exposed every crack in Daniel Farke's project, and the table shows the damage. 18th place, level on points with West Ham, but worse goal difference. Burnley 1 point behind. Wolves marooned at the bottom with 2 points. Here's the nightmare scenario. West Ham play Liverpool on Sunday in their game in hand. If they win, Leeds drop to 19th. If Nottingham Forest beat Brighton, the gap to safety becomes 4 points. December hasn't started, and Leeds are already in the abyss. Farke's tactics have to change now. You can't sit deep when your keeper drops corners and your captain accepts 2-0 at half-time. Leeds have pace in Gnonto, James, Somerville. Use the counter-attack. Stop asking wingers to be fullbacks. Stop playing out from the back under City's press. Adapt or get relegated. According to a rumour from Yorkshire Evening Post, senior players questioned Farke's methods during the international break. That's not mutiny, that's survival instinct. Compare Leeds to Leicester, who sit 10th despite being promoted together. Compare them to Southampton, fighting harder in 17th. Talent means nothing without mentality. Here's what I need from every Leeds fan. 1. Smash like if Farke's job should be reviewed before January. 2. Comment the one change Leeds must make to survive. New keeper, new captain, new manager. 3. Subscribe, because every subscriber tells the board we demand better. But here's the cliff edge. Leeds must decide in the next 14 days, back Farke with signings or sack him for a survival specialist. The board is split. Leicester just freed 18 million in wages and they're hunting a defensive midfielder, the exact profile Leeds need. Who strikes first? Plus, a Leeds Academy star demanded a private meeting with Fark this week. What was said could unite the squad or expose the cracks. That story drops next. The relegation war is here. Margin for error is gone. Hit subscribe and let's make sure Leeds survive. Marching on together, but only with fire. See you in the next battle.